But these are the shifts, right? When we talk about how you carve out your slice in Texas, these are the economic shifts and the pivots,
Right.
That we have to make in order to be able to sustain ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's an exciting time. I mean, the whole thing with all of this.
It is if you're going to take advantage of it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's an exciting time if you're understanding, and that's why stuff like this is so important.
Right.
Right. But
Yep. Yeah. I mean, before I even began this video series, I remember creating a video of how do you buy a home with zero physical contact.
Yes.
During COVID.
Yes.
It was a real thing.
Yeah.
It was absolutely a real thing.
Virtual tours.
Virtual tours and signing appointments where you stayed in the car and the title agent arrived in like an ET suit with like the hazmat and everything. Dropped your package on the floor. You picked it up. You brought your own pen.
Yeah.
You signed everything. You threw it out the window. And then that was it.
This is wild. We're in the wild, wild west.
Totally is. Totally is. But everything has changed so much and it's changed so rapidly. And I'm just fortunate to work for a company that's at the the cutting edge.
Yeah.
In understanding all that, because when interest rates were dropped down to 2%, 3%, we were refining like crazy. Right. I told you I have a client where we did from one guy it was 8 transactions.
Wow.
Right, where helped him on his own portfolio, and then like all his friends and family and coworkers and all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
But now that refi business is toast, right? Because no one's refiing unless they're death, and divorce, right? Where they're desperate or need the money, right? People are they're looking at HELOCs because if you've a rate at 2 and 3%, you want to protect that.
Correct.
Right? Because that's low. Like you want to hold on to that. So now you look at, okay, what are my other ways that I can, if you accumulated, and people are accumulating a lot of debt right now.
Yeah.
Right.
No question about it. And it's because of the simple fact that you have all of these quote unquote debt forgiveness programs, right? And so now you remember, even in the rental market, there was the landlords were not able to collect rent for years.
Right.
Right. So you had that situation. Now you have the Fed getting ready to jump into the student loans things. This is getting ready to be a real thing. Now, of course, there's a lot of stipulations. So I think the totality of it is the highest is $20,000, right? Which I mean is better than nothing.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
But the reality is that you have, even the government are trying to find ways to be able to sustain the economy, and they know, and it's funny that they go to that as one of the ways to do it, because we know that that's one of the biggest scams. The education system in America is one of the biggest scams you can ever have.